Hello. Welcome or wow. Okay, welcome back or welcome. So today we have month ahead messages. So this is going to be for like the month of August. But if you're finding this and you just want to see if you have any clarifications, go ahead and stick around. I'm going to be giving you 3 piles to choose from. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and then of course pile number 3 here. My gosh, look at this. We're already shutting down. Okay, so first and foremost, I want to say thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribing. Obviously, of course, our family's like ever growing. And I do want to start live, but I just don't know what day. So, if you want to let me know what day would be good, let me know down below in the comment section. Also check out my TikTok. That's pretty cool. I'm not doing any personal readings as of yet. But yeah, this is for the month ahead, okay? We're going to be getting into some jam-packed stuff. So yeah, get your popcorn, get your water. We got to stay hydrated during these months. So yeah, I will see you in the pile that you chose. Pile number 1. Okay, so we chose this deck. This one is my Hip Hop Queens deck. It's the Oracle deck. I will put it down below if you want to go ahead and check it out, if you like it. I know that in some of my other videos, the readings, they kind of show what cards decks that I use, but I have such an enormous amount of oracles and just a lot of tarot, especially when I do them for clients and stuff. I do it in person. I don't really do it online, but I do it for clients of mine, and they're like, wow, you have so many cards. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more, because right now I just have it on a what is that called, a rolling kind of little thing, and they're out, but I just want to get one of those big towers. So you might be expanding your collection on something. Pile number 1. Okay, so let's see the month ahead messages for August. Okay, let's see what we have. That was a big stack. I love how the cards are speaking to you so quickly, so promptly. Yeah. So we have Trina, which is tenacity, Janae Aiko, emotions, Left Eye, TLC, love her, Miss Lopez, love her, Vision, and then of course we had Lotto with Instinct. Okay. At the bottom of the deck we have Dreezy, ambition. All right, right off the bat, you're not taking no for an answer, whatever decision it may be. This is what it's giving me, because I know all of these women, they have been put through the ringer and they still come out on top. So it may have been where you might have lost your cool or something like that, but it's just you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this, and we're going to get through this. It's also, if it's a decision making that's going to be made on your behalf or for you, maybe you're applying for a position or maybe some type of promotion is what I'm getting. But I do see here that you're I'm not taking no for an answer, even a second opinion, wherever it may be. You're no, I know my worth, I know my value, I know what is wrong, I know what is right. It's kind of taking that initiative and holding your integrity. I love this for you, pile number 1. We started off strong. We started off strong. I also do see here, oh, let me take that off. That's at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so I do see that here, but I also do see where it's kind of you're trusting your intuition more. She's giving High Priestess, right? You're trusting your intuition more. You may be receiving downloads. These headaches may be coming in profusely. They're gonna be super wild is what I'm getting. It's kind of they come out of nowhere, and then you have this epiphany moment when you're just I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm gonna get to. Let's jump towards this. With Miss Aiko, it's kind of where you're following your heart, right? does have a lot of music and a lot of individuality, where it's like more of like passions of the heart, right? Especially like being a parent. So you could be a parent and you could be like making a lot of like difficult decisions, not for only yourself, but also for your babies, right? You have this vision, of course. I know that Miss Lisa Lopez, she had a lot of grit. She had a lot of drive, ambition. So this could be like if you're wanting to go towards a different aspect for yourself, maybe building up your finances, also building up that threshold where you're like, you know what, I'm thinking of something, I'm gonna make it 10 times bigger. Here with Miss Trina, tenacity. So it's kind of like where you're, like I said, you're not taking no for an answer, and it's kind of like where there's a will, there's a way, is what I'm getting. So let's go ahead and hop into the tarot. What are the month ahead messages for August for my pile number 1? Yeah, see, you're taking that leadership control for your creative aspects. You're creating something from scratch is what I'm getting. You're feeding into those thoughts. It's kind of like where you're coming into the decision making based on your heart making something is what I'm getting. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna get into it. I'm just, you know, a reader that's reading the cards for you, okay? This might have been a heartbreak, but I don't see it's kind of like relationships is what I'm getting. I'm getting more, this is coming from that ambition that we were talking about earlier. I also do see here where you're connecting more towards, you know what, it happened, I'm going to embrace this moment and I'm going to learn from it is what I'm getting. It does have to do with a lot of financial stability, more anything that's tangible for you that you can invest more in the long run is what I'm getting. That's going to be helpful. And it's kind of like you're going to have these sleepless nights. But it's because you're more along the lines you're cooking. Like you're cooking because look at this. The instinct fell right under, is over the 9 of Swords, when in that case is fallen. I also do see here pile number 1 where you are essentially coming into your own vibration, and it could mean ascension is coming in. I do see here that in the first beginning of the month, it's kind of like going to give you an acorn, kind of like inklings that you're going to be getting. You're following that creative endeavor essentially, and you're being more or less the alchemization of your own accountabilities is what I'm going to see. Okay. This is kind of like a lot of inner work is what I'm getting, and a lot of like the inner work that's going to be presented to you outside into the 3D is what I'm also coming about. Let's go ahead and get some oracles. This one, let me see what this one is. This is Believe in Your Own Magic. This is the Oracle deck. This is by Amanda Lovelace. I'll put that down in the bottom as well. If I remember, sometimes I have like work, school, and I'm trying to push these out because I know that I have all these downloads and I know that I have to give you this information, whatever it may be. If you take that or if you need like some type of clarity, do you get what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and see what else we can get. How is the beginning of the month going to be? Let's see. Is anything going to be coming in? Okay, I mean, it's kind of like you already know. Okay. Yeah, voyage. Is there like a travel? You're going to be moving somewhere. You're going to look for a different focal point is what I'm getting. It says you already have all the answers. Oh, see, we don't even need to go now. And I also have Lioness. Ooh, that show is really good. I think it's on the Green Word app, is if I'm not mistaken. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I know I've seen it when I was looking, like, I just get overstimulated and I can't really watch shows for more than like maybe 30-40 minutes. You've earned all your stripes. Okay, yeah. See, it's kind of like you're coming into your power in the beginning of the month. Lighthouse. This is giving Virgo energy. You could be a Virgo. Okay, Claire. Oh my God. Confirmation. So don't doubt your worth. Yeah, because you're giving yourself that grace of telling yourself, okay, you know what? I had the tools that I did back then and I did with what I have learned, right? Back then. Now it's different. Now it's kind of like you're seeing the ways that you could have done things differently, coulda, shoulda, woulda. But I mean, there's no use crying over spilled milk, right? Every hurricane comes to an end. So it could be where you're essentially coming towards, so it could be like the 13th, your birthday, the 20th, the number 44, you could be seeing a lot of synchronicities, a lot of twos you could be seeing during the month of August or leading up to August is what I'm getting. This is in the beginning of the month. Let's go ahead and see in the middle of the month, how is the energy going to be? Thank you. Okay, we have thorns. Weave together the crowns you deserve. Yeah, so it could be meaning a lot of, is what I'm getting, either a lot of energy that's being alchemized and harnessing it more to fall into your favor, right? You could be wording your name a lot in the month of August, just because I do have the sense of where, you know what, anything that's touching me, I'm going to go ahead and use that energy and alchemize it into my favor, right? So you could be wanting to look up a lot of wording, kind of references, or maybe come up with yours. That's always the best to do. We have 14, that could be your birthday. And then we have 36, gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. That's why I'm telling you, because in the middle of the month, you're realizing that you're depending on a lot of like outside influences, where you're starting to notice like, hey, that's kind of like, you know, giving me that mental fog. So now you're going within. Let's see what it's like towards the end of the month. What's the energy towards the end of the month? All right. So we have here sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. This is giving me big Leo energy, right? Your birthday could be on the 11th. So right off the bat, yeah, big Leo energy. You're going towards your passions. Like I said, that leadership that you're taking, that no, is giving you that fuel, that drive towards going to a more successful goal or outcome that you may have. Yeah, see at the bottom of the deck. 39 could mean of great significance to you. We have raindrops. Take a chance on them. So it could be with like collaborations, investments, your future self, higher self. And it like I said, it's going to be quick. It's going to be just the right moves for you because of all these downloads that are happening. I want to see what's going on with your love life. I know this is crazy. Okay, like I just want to touch like every aspect of what's going on. This is like career, center, like, you know, inner self, working on yourself, anything that has to do with finances. I'm on your love now. Let's see. For my pile number 1, the month ahead of messages. Ooh, so make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay, so you could be having like a little bit more lovey-dovey come into your life. Could be a little bit more self-love, of course, because you're giving yourself that recognition from your grace. I just dropped my water. My bad. And I also do see here, if you're single, you're not looking for anybody, it's just like giving your love, you know, either to like your pets, your loved ones, your kiddos, family, friends. It's just more, spending more time with them. That's the type of love. I think quality time, if that might be, kind of like in a clarifier for you, where this could be for you, because I do see a lot of quality time is being spent. That could be one of your love languages or the major one for you. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So it's kind of like you're thinking outside the box, where you're not setting any of these like types of standards anymore. You're just pretty much experiencing your person or life as a whole now. And this is like from your heart center. New love. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Pile number 1. So It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. That's what I'm saying. Like, the more love you pour into yourself, this love is going to be reciprocated back into your life. Yeah, trust at the bottom of the deck. So this situation is calling for you to have faith. You have faith, you have that belief, like, then it'll be true because you have that feeling. You have that notion that you're giving yourself, like, yes, I can do this. Yes, I am lovable. I am enough. You are enough. You are lovable, pile number 1. I love you. I know you are enough. I know you hold yourself in high regards. Okay. So, wow, that was intense to hold. To hold all this like gushy mushy stuff all together. I do want to give you some, well, I don't want to use this one. I do want to give you some advice. Okay, let's see. My gosh, she keeps turning off. She keeps turning off on us. Let's see what advice we can get you. You know what? Let's get some moonology out here. I don't know. She's giving me moonology. Like, my higher self, my inner self. She's just giving me moonology. So we have moonology oracle here. I'm going to bring it out. This is, a lot of the cards that I get are for Yasmin. Her last name, Boland. So let's go ahead and get some advice out here for my pile number 1. Ooh, it's a lot of advice. Maybe you, that's why you're seeking a lot of second opinions. Let's go ahead and get some advice for my pile number 1. What is that? That turned around. Okay. So what do you need to release, wanting moon? That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like you're not taking in any of that like bull crap anymore. It's just like, you know what? You keep telling me no. You keep telling me maybe. And now you're just like taking yourself under consideration. You're betting on yourself. Okay, I don't condone gambling. But it's kind of like you're putting yourself in high regards, like I was saying earlier. What advice do we have? So go within is what I'm getting. Meditate. Like in the morning, it's so easy. Every morning, like the first thing I do is sit on the floor and I just sink into my thoughts. No phone, no anything. And if I do go to work, obviously I set my alarm 30 minutes earlier so I can give myself that time, that investment to have a slow morning where I don't have to all this, like I have to rush, I have to move, you know, even before I have to get my day started. I have the tendency of doing that. So that might be helpful to you. And don't, like, no phone, no technology, you know, just in your own thoughts, in your own energy, and be there, be present, because that's a morning you're never going to get back. Do you get what I'm saying? From the moment you wake up, you're starting to get ready for work, and that's your investment into work. You know, it's time to invest in yourself. Wow, that was crazy. Emotions are running high, supermoon. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like, maybe it's this like cortisol release is what I'm getting. Again, I dropped my cup. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me right now? So yeah. And then we have step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Ooh, these are all purple, lavender. So a lot of kind of like, it's giving indigo. It's giving, what is that called? The indigo child or something like that. I don't know. I haven't like really looked into like all these types, these archetypes or whatever they're called. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I do see here pile number 1 where you're essentially going to be working with your third eye and your higher chakras. Okay, so it's like your throat chakra. She's giving third eye chakra, like that indigo color blue, and then also the crown chakra. So you may want to meditate on those higher chakras, so you can go ahead and clear them out so these downloads can come in faster. So if you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if this resonated with you. Give me like a purple little heart down below, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome or welcome back. So these are your month ahead messages for August. Let's go ahead and get started. We chose this deck. This one, I forget which one it is. I think it's the Green Witch Oracle deck. I know that a lot of people, like, they ask me, what deck are you using? What cards are you using? Sometimes I forget because I take them out of the box and, like, I can't really, like, get to the box as quickly. But yeah, I'm just gonna go try to, like, remember as much as I can to give you as much as information as I can. So let's go ahead and see what the month ahead messages are for you, okay? For pile number 2, month ahead messages for my pile number 2. Okay, so we have continuance, which is Apple 26. That could be your birthday. That could mean of great significance. Either it was like July 26th or August 26th. Either you're a Leo or Virgo. Okay, we are in the month of August. And we have 35. Focus. This is stock. We have desire 3. Could mean of great significance. That could mean your date, your date of birth, purification. This is snapdragons. Ooh, this is such a pretty flower. This is such a pretty flower. And then we have regeneration 27. I mean 17, my bad. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have success 20. Alrighty, so what I'm seeing here, pile 2, the month ahead, the vibe is kind of like you're giving into your desires, okay? You're staying focused and you're continuing on any type of projects that you may have. A lot of the times, you know, when you're giving yourself that grace of like, you know what, I may start a project, but I'm going to give myself like a few more weeks until like I invest. You know, again, it could be where you may want to clear out your energy. A lot of the times, you know, you could be pulled in every which direction. But I do see here that the regeneration card, your energy is going to come back in and you're going to pick up where you left off, right? I do see here there's a lot of changes that are happening, a lot of big opportunities. I do see there's like small opportunities is what Spirit's showing me that's leading up to big opportunities. So alchemize, what does that say? The clarity. So alchemizing the clarity. If you're new to my channel, I do use a lot more alchemy rather than manifestation. Manifestation is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different trade method where alchemization, it's more taking accountability of your energy and harnessing that and being that leadership that's responsible for everything, right? Instead of just, you know, putting it out there and just waiting for the return of investments. Let's go ahead and get some tarot out here. Some tarot, let's see, for the month ahead messages. So we have these. I'm going to put this one up here. Month ahead messages for my pile number 2 in August. Thank you. Creativity. That's what I'm saying. It's that leadership. You're following your emotions. You're nurturing yourself. I know that the Queen of Cups is not out here, but it's like very deeply, passionately, intuitive. Intuition. You're harnessing more on your intuitive aspect is what I'm getting. A lot of the times it could be kind of like where you're being practical and it comes to where you're making these type of decisions. It could be that's why the focus is coming in. Focus on whichever way you are harnessing your energy towards, like the vibration is also what I'm getting. I do see here there's kind of like a mental distraught that I do see here sometime in the month of August for you, but that's going to be harnessed around kind of that purification and continuing like where you left off, right? Could it be where you are essentially, this chair is so uncomfortable. I'm so sorry. Let me see. I'm gonna get like one of my throw pillows. My gosh. Absolutely atrocious. Good thing I'm getting a new chair soon. I am working for my vanity right now. I have my like tarot deck, my tarot table, but it's so hard to get out of my like closet. I just don't feel like getting it out. Okay, this is much better. Yeah. Okay, cool. Back into what we were talking about. So you're pouring back into yourself a lot more, your creative endeavors, or you may be wanting to pick up a new hobby, or you will be picking up a new hobby. This is, oh, so sorry. This is going to give you more of an aspect of these, I'm saying like true rags to riches. Well, I don't know where that is. Maybe you're gonna be building up either your financial stability, your wealth, your health. And a lot of the times wealth does not mean actual money. Wealth could mean your health, your family, having your bills paid, and, being in perfect health and great health, working on yourself, having your family together, getting your fridge restocked. So it's going to be a lot of that. That's the opportunity, is going to be where you're going to like see your life from a different perspective. And that type of alchemization is going to bring everything back into focus for those desires that you do have. I want to see what the energy's like for the beginning, the middle, and then towards the end of the month. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what the energy is like for the beginning of the month for you. Or maybe you already know what it's like. Like, hello. Maybe you already know. I get the feeling that you are on your A game. Okay. Spirit is telling me like pile number 2 is already like in the game. Okay. They already know what they're supposed to do. So 15 could mean of great significance right here. We have garden. Something lovely will grow from this. That's what I'm saying. That's why I see like a lot of these plants, this focus, what is it called? The stalk, and then the snapdragon is a lot of the increase of growth and increase of mental stability, which is like knowledge, is what I'm gathering. Okay, we have 29 here, which could be your birthday. Feast, slow down, and celebrate yourself. Yeah, okay, I'm automatically, Spirit is telling me like take time to stop and smell the roses, to smell the flowers, smell the garden, like be in the present moment. You're gonna be slowing down your time, is what I'm getting. That's why it came into me to tell you where the meditation like really helps to, take back your mornings. You could be like on the go a lot of the time, and now in in the beginning of this month, it could be where you're starting your mornings, your days off slower. You're investing more into yourself. It's gradually coming into that type of alignment. Let's see what's going on towards the middle of the month. What's the energy for the middle of the month? I really do like this for you, pile number 2. This is like a pile I would actually pick. NGL. Okay. There's a lot more going on in the middle of the month. So we have 4, 18, and 16, which could mean of great significance. These all come down to 2. Okay, this is the second month. It could be 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, something that's harnessing during that time period. So let's go ahead and read this. We have 16. We have, we got big fire. Stand up for yourself. And then we have tree, let them go. Yeah, a lot of the times it's kind of like where you're, let bygones be bygones. You're not really going to cry over spilled milk anymore. And this is like towards the transition towards the middle of the month, right? So we have mirror. Treat your body like it's like a palace it is. Okay, so either you could be following a new regimen, maybe I also do see here you're going to be eating more cleaner. It's the type of kind of where you're going to be, oh, you know what, maybe you're going to be growing like your own food is what I'm getting. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, you're going to be growing your own food is what I'm getting, or maybe you want to have like a little garden going. That's why I'm seeing like a lot more, you know, health, wealth, a lot more of like high low calorie, high density foods, you know, like lettuce, cabbage, cauliflower. I do see like cucumbers, bell peppers are really good. So a lot of rich food, nutrient. That's what I'm saying, where it's like you're more wealthy. So it could be, you know, just following a different intake of food. You know, maybe you're going to be trying a lot of more dishes. I keep saying a lot of maybes just because, you know, it's a collective reading. Whereas if I were to talk to my like clients personally, like one-on-one, I would be just saying you are, this could be where this is where this is going to go. Okay, so just take whatever it resonates, and leave the rest behind. And then, as in, when you leave the rest behind, it's because other energies are in here and they may be able to pick that up, other than like what you pick up so far. I want to see what's going on towards the end of the month for you, pal number 2, and then we're going to go into your love. Into the love. Okay, so we have 21, 26, and 19, which could mean of great significance to you. These could be your birthdays, is what I'm seeing. So we have Clover, release your guilt. Yeah, I'm saying like you could be outgrowing a lot of people in your life. A lot of differences may be happening. I do see here. And then we have Feather. Think first before you judge. And then we also have here lavender. Oh, you could be growing lavender. You could be having more lavender into your household. Surround yourself with love. Okay, we're going to be getting into that. Okay, Spirit, let's calm down. Let's calm down. And then here we have dragons. Slay them all. Okay, she's going to slay. She's going to have the best body because she's already comfortable in her body. She loves her body. So you're going to see yourself in a whole new light. Yeah, castle. It's time for healing, not war. At the bottom of the deck, we see 30, number 30. It could be your birthday. I do see here where you're coming into, this is a lot of yellow. So you could be a Leo. Like she's giving Leo. And then like the blue is also giving me Virgo, because in the Rider-Waite Tarot, if I'm not mistaken, the cloak is kind of like a dusty navy blue grayish color. So that's what I'm picking up from these, the layout as well. Whew, that's intense. There's a lot more community coming together. You could be enjoying a lot more time with your like activities. I know it's like hot outside wherever you're at, and I can definitely vouch for where I'm at. So it's too weird coming into these synchronicities where you're like, you know what, I feel like I should go outside. I feel like I should have the garden, you know, at my fingertips, or, you know, there's a lot more traveling towards where you want to go, looking up new food places, looking up new like restaurants, and maybe you want to hone in on making those dishes at home as well, is what I'm getting. It's just like giving yourself that privilege and grace to nurture yourself in, you know, just different aspects, trying new things is what I'm getting. Like this is the whole vibe for the month of August for you. I'm just gonna put new things. It's just new things. Let's go ahead and get into your love life. Love life. Oh yeah, passion immediately. Wow. Allow your heart and soul to sing. Okay, pile number 2. Somebody maybe what is that called? Not serenading. Yeah, you may be serenaded, or somebody could be serenading their love to you, but it's just like letting it all out. Like the truth may be told. We have, you deserve love. You are lovable. Yes, you are 100%. You deserve love. You're lovable. You are enough. You always have been enough. And we have wedding. This situation involves a marriage. So this is coming in together. If it's not a marriage, okay, it's coming into union. Okay, you could be starting a new chapter in your love life. Or I do see here there's a possibility of an engagement. You know, if there's like any sneakies, okay, then that's fine too. You know, it could be like this passion, but it's just like you're sharing this joy, this love. And even if you're not with anybody, it could be also with yourself. Like you're giving yourself like those little like dates, right? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. This is totally the opposite of wedding, where this is like union, and then the other one is kind of like steering away. So you could be sifting through any unwanted energy that you don't want coming into your life, especially when it comes to love here, pile number 2. So either you stick it out and you're just like, you know what, I'm gonna keep focusing on myself. I'm gonna go try this pasta. I'm gonna go try, you know, go to the farmer's market, like something like that. It's outdoorsy, but not to the point where you're just like, I'm just gonna go to the beach, or I'm just gonna go outside to go pick up something or whatever. But it's just like where you're actually pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. There we go. That's what I wanted to get. You're pushing yourself out of that comfort zone, and it's kind of like, yeah, you know, I really do like this. This is my jam. Like, this is for me. So yeah. So we're going to be closing out with some messages or some advice before we move on to the next pile. So let's see, what advice do we have for my pile number 2 for the month ahead in August? What advice do we have for my pile number 2 for the month of August? Okay. At the bottom of the deck, I'm so sorry. Somebody could be thinking, somebody could have D appointments. Okay, so a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. My bad. Oh my gosh, this is intense. I can't believe I just said that. I can't actually. Okay. So we have bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. Yeah, you're bringing back that flow, that flowness, as she's giving star energy. She's giving kind of like pour back into yourself, right? And we did talk about that earlier. The end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. See, it's kind of like you're coming into your senses, and you're giving yourself, the more you come into alignment with yourself, the more everything starts making sense. If you have that belief, if you have that kind of like notion and faith in yourself, and just knowing like, hey, if I just work on myself, then everything else will fall into place. It's kind of like letting go of the reins. It's giving Cancerian energy, but it's just when you let go of the reins and you're just like, you know what, no, I'm just going to be focusing on myself. So the more you focus on yourself, the more you attract all this abundance that you've kind of been honing on, or your desires essentially. Be bold and make the first move. I feel like this has to do with your love life, or transitioning into different aspects, you know, and taking that leap of faith. It's giving Fool card. But yeah, it's like, just, you know, take that chance on yourself is what I'm getting. You can't be wrong. You can't go wrong. You trust your intuition. You have all the cards laid out for you. At the end of the day, only you know what's best for you and what isn't. You know, give yourself that discernment. But yeah. So these have been your month ahead messages for August. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave like a little vegetable down below, like your favorite veggie. I know, who says that, right? I have a favorite veggie. I like cherry tomatoes. So yeah, but are they a fruit? Probably, right? Because if they're not from a tree or a vine, right? If they're from a tree, they're a fruit. If they're from a vine, they're a vegetable. So I would say, I don't know. See, oh, cucumber. There we go. Cucumber. I love cucumbers. They're so good. Oh my gosh. All right. I will see you in the next one, pile number 2. Bye. Pile number 3. Hello. So let's get started on your month ahead messages for the month of August. Pile number 1 and 2 were so beautiful. They were so cutesy. So I'm like really curious to see like how yours are. Let's go ahead and get some oracles out here before we hop into your tarot. At the bottom of the deck, we do have 13, which could mean of great significance to you. This could be your birthday. Happy birthday, by the way, if you're a Leo or a Virgo. Happy birthday, babe. So creative solutions, think outside the box, view things from a higher perspective. Okay, so you're going to be out of your comfort zone. This reminds me of one of the other piles too that was coming out a lot, you know, that discernment. So let's see if that resonates with you. Check one of the other piles out. We have 4. Okay. Uncord relationships. So let go. Forgiveness is freedom. Okay, babe, look at us go. We're letting go of baggage that's not supposed to be in our life anymore. Okay, we're just moving on and closing out chapters. 21 could mean of great significance. Here we have, what is it? We have magical crystal cave. Switch on your inner light to bring forward your gifts. And then here, my bad, we have 6, which could mean of great significance as well. This could be your birthday. Honestly, I am seeing a lot of synchronicities here. When I call out these numbers, I don't think they're angel numbers. I don't get the feeling. I don't perceive it that way. But it could be like the day of the month. So enter the magic, live in the now, seize the moment. Okay, at this current point in time. And then we have 9. Oh, she's so pretty. Somebody's going to Hawaii is what I'm getting. Open your heart, love yourself, dare to be vulnerable. And then we have this one up here that is pretty much I am presence 44. You could be seeing synchronicities of numbers. So that's when you're going to be checking out angel numbers. Maybe it's kind of like the license plate numbers, the phone. What else do you see? Oh, like the channels. I see that a lot. So you could resonate with that as well. So expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. Ooh, okay. I don't even know where to put her, but I feel like she should be like in the front. I'm just gonna put her right there. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. So your messages, let's see what we have. Okay, so what I see here is you're coming into alignment with yourself, your inner self, a lot of the times. Okay, look at this. You're going within a lot of the times for a decision, because it's kind of like the unicorn is giving me, it's giving me like radiance. It's giving me aspect, perception, higher self. It's also giving me like universe. It's like you're harnessing more of your alchemy and you're pretty much coming into the synchronization of collaborating with a higher power. Okay, I do see that a lot. And it could be in collaboration for something that's really close to your heart. I do see here heart center, and then, you know, your third eye. You could be receiving a lot of downloads as well during the month of August, or you've always honed in on that type of synchronicity for yourself. So yeah, let's see what the month ahead is. Let's see what is going on. Let's get your tarot out here. You got Death, Scorpio energy. Okay, big purr. Transformation at the bottom of the deck, heartbreak, but it's also healing. Hello. Decisions, letting your ships come in. Hello. Bro, I need to like expand that time out session for my tablet. high key. Oh my gosh. Okay, making enough room. Do you have the space? Do you have the capacity with what you're going through? Okay, you could be hermit mode. Okay, letting go of what does not matter, of what you cannot change. At the bottom of the deck, look at this. You have the Lover's card. Ooh, so mature decisions, you know, matters of the heart, or it could be like your relationship. Okay, somebody could be, you know, moving on from relationship. You could be reassessing your relationship, is what I'm getting. I also do see here pile number 3, where it's kind of like you want to hone in more on what brings you harmony, what is more close to home. Okay. This is giving the 4 of Wands. I also do see here with the transitioning. So you could have, like, in the past couple of weeks, days, months, whatever it may be, it could have been, okay, Mercury retrograde could have gotten to you, okay? We just stepped out of, like, this big, heavy Mercury retrograde. And a lot of the times, okay, so a lot of people don't understand, or they're kind of like, you know, they think that Mercury retrograde works against you. But this is giving Mars energy where you take action. This is the time where you take action from all of the alchemization that you've honed in on. You take those opportunities and you become the leader on the decision making, basically. But I digress. That's a topic for another reading. But I do see here in the month of head messages, there's like transition going because you're developing something that was not from a stable foundation in the beginning anyway. So you let that go. And it could be this is why you're going within. This is kind of like encompassing the entire energy. But then you're also waiting for your ships to come in as you heal that type of discernment, is what I'm getting. Because you could have had a tower moment, TBH, okay? NGL. I also do see here where you're going to be, there's like a stagnation, and I kind of want to see what's going to be honing in on that. But there's going to be like a standstill, possibly just because you're going to be recognizing all of your investments, all of the implementation, your work that you've been doing. It's giving 8 of coins, okay? So yeah, the stagnation. So it goes from, yeah. So I want to see what's going to be happening in the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, what the energy is going to be like, and towards the end of the month as well. Okay. Ooh, if you made it this far into the reading, go ahead and drop like a little unicorn down below for pile number 3 to let me know that it's like sinking in with you, that it's, you know, that it's honing in on you. So the beginning of the month, we have the sun, big Leo energy right off the bat, of course, growing strong, growing, let's go big or go home is what I'm getting. Paint the sun back into your sky. 11 could mean of great significance to you. Where am I going to put this, bro? I'm going to leave this right here in the center. I also do see here where you're at the state of mind where these new beginnings are going to be coming in, right? It could have been where you were honing in from anything that was like in the past, you're letting it crumble. See, when the castle comes out at the bottom of the deck, it's giving me tower movement, okay? So what's going to be happening in the middle of the month? Thank you, Spirit. Oh my gosh, she's like moving everywhere. Okay, so 20 could mean of great significance. And then we have lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. Oh yeah, don't dim to fit in. Okay, so it's like I'm always enough. Yes, I did tell you this. Okay, and if you forgot, then I'm gonna tell you again. You've always been enough. Okay, you are enough. You're beautiful inside, you're beautiful outside. Nobody's like you. Nobody's living your life. Your life is unique. Your opportunities are unique. Your strengths are unique. Your opportunities to grow are unique. Your lessons are like nobody else's. There may be similarities, but not how you're going to take in the accountability. Does that make sense? And responsibility. So hello, there it is. Pile number 3. I feel like you're going to be dyeing your hair because these girls have like such cute hair, like the cotton candy hair. I remember when I dyed my hair one time, I was like I was a kid, like in my teens, and I think I want to say like 15 or 16. This was like 2015, I want to say. And I essentially, like, I really wanted like cotton candy hair, but I liked how, what's her name, the lead singer from Paramore, like I really liked how her hair was, so I went copper. And I got orange, which it was really cute, but I really cut my hair like super short. My hair is like long now, it's like down to the middle of my back, but it could be like, you know what, maybe this is not for me. But the copper really does go with me because I'm really like light skin, I'm fair skinned. I'm, you know, so yeah, I'm pigment challenged. So yeah, that could be something that resonates. I also do see here 13, Lioness. You've earned all your stripes. You're letting go of anything that could have caused you to think within the box, you know, instead of thinking outside the box. And that's like one of the other like topics that we touched with one of the other piles as well. So I do see here where it's like you're going in within a lot and you're just like letting your freak flag fly, whatever that means. I mean, I've heard that before, but it's kind of like where you're taking yourself into the notion where you're like, you know what? I can wear that. You know what? I get the clothes, or I get something that's like more suitable for my body. I get the clothes that's more suitable for my life or how I feel. So you could be having, you know, tapping into like this new kind of transition of, you know, ensembles that you may want to go, a different type of aesthetic. You could be taking up new hobbies is also what I'm picking up. And then like dyeing your hair in a different color is what I'm getting. Something that's outside the box, something that you don't really follow. That's like, you know, that's, I wouldn't say that's unsafe. I wouldn't condone that, but I'm just saying because you want to try it out, because this is your first life too. And this is, you know, this is the only life that you will be getting. So it's kind of like, yeah, why not? Let's see what's going to be happening towards the end of the month. I know I kind of put it like different ways, but it's okay. Energy towards the end of the month. A lot wanted to come out. A lot wanted to come out. Spirit, what's the energy for pile number 3? I've been shuffling. I've been shuffling here for like ages. 14, yay! Coming togetherness. Thorns. Weave together the crown you deserve. Okay, a lot of going out. A lot of togetherness is what I'm getting. You're going to be taking a lot more, more time back from yourself, essentially, because I do feel like you're an ambivert for some reason. And it's kind of like, you know, I did this, now I'm going to go ahead and work outward is also what I'm getting for some reason. It's kind of like when you're in that 5 of Cups and then that stagnation, this is going to be coming out towards the end of the month because these are the energies for the end of the month. Garden, something lovely will grow from this. 15 could mean of great significance. Yeah, see, that's what I'm telling you. Spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. Yeah, speak your truth is what I'm getting. Speak your truth and sing it out loud. Say it. Say it. Just say it. Whatever's on your mind. It could be a type of communication that you want to have with somebody, and it's kind of like, oh, I didn't mean to say that, but you know, I'm kind of glad I did tell you that. I don't know why I'm like going off track of this, but it's kind of like it's giving me big D energy almost. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get anything that's, well, we're gonna get oracles. Somebody's name is Eric or Erica. We're going to get your oracles now on your love life, okay? Anything that could be with the heart, anything that could be in emotional investments, okay? So this could be the one. Okay, you met somebody new. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. You could be coming into alignment with somebody else. They could be circling back around. We did just step out of that Mercury retrograde. And then healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you could be spending more time with your loved ones. And it could be more where you could have came from a more conservative aspect. And you know what? This 14 and 15 is really giving me like fall energy. So you could be getting ready for the fall. Something could be happening during fall is what I'm getting during those moments, like towards the end of the year. But that's really big for for you as well. So there's that. And then, yeah, like I said, you could have come from like a conservative family where you couldn't like really wear what you wanted to wear. And now that you're, you know, just giving yourself that grace, you're kind of like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for it. And this is how I want to dress. This is what I want to do. Okay. So yeah. If you're under 18, obviously this is not a reading for somebody who's under 18 because this is not for kids. But what I am saying is kind of like you're coming into more in alignment with like your body, or, you know, you're seeing your body in a different way and you're like accepting it is what I'm getting. This is so cute. Okay, pile number 3. Okay, babe, this is cute. I just can't. I have like such a big smile on my face. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming in. Give yourself that grace of being more playful, having more fun, you know? Let's see. I want kind of like one more. Thank you. Dang, that came out quick. So children. Ooh. Your love life is being affected by children. So you could be meeting somebody who has a kid, retreating. Okay, you could be wanting time away from the kids is also what I'm getting. There's no shame in that because you're still an adult. You know, you're still an adult at the end of the day. But get your kiddos ready. Have a night out for yourself, have a like little staycation for yourself is what I'm getting. There's a lot of coming, you know, into your family, and then also meeting somebody new, but also your babies, pouring your love out into your babies as well, spending time with them. It is summer vacation, but I mean, if the kiddos are going back, I know that I work for the school district where I live at. And so, you know, the little ones are coming back, right? So it's kind of like, yes, it's a relief for the parents, but, you know, it kind of dawned on me where the parents don't see their kids like all day. And then when they get home, they have to do homework, and then they have to get ready for, you know, going to sleep. They have to get ready for tomorrow. So that gives you like what? That gives you like 1 or 2 hours to actually give that quality time with your babies. You know what I mean? So it's like, no wonder when I was a teen, I was like, why doesn't my mom get me? Like, she doesn't get me because I was at school all day. I'm not saying that school is bad. I love school. I love higher education. You know, it's something that we're going to be for the rest of our lives. We're always going to be learning, right? Even until the last breath, you know, leaves our body. So that's something that's good. But what I'm saying is, like, I always wondered, like, why my mom didn't get me, you know, why she didn't understand me, or even, like, my dad. And now that I'm an adult and I'm seeing this, like, coming through my nephew or my niece, and it's kind of like they're at school all day, like, literally. And then you have them do homework. Like, that's why I noticed, like, my mom really wanted to interact with me so much, you know, like, on our vacation and stuff, you know, but also, you know, it's like their first time being here on this earth as well, you know. There's not like there's an actual book for life. I mean, there's a lot of guidance, you know, but it's kind of like you hone in on what you take. So at the end of the day, you know, take whatever you have, you know, and give yourself grace, because you're always learning no matter what, you know what I mean? And you can learn a lot from the kids too. So yeah, anyway, that's my TED Talks. So now we're going to go ahead and close out your reading with some advice right off the bat. Time to give rather than to take. That's what I'm saying. You're giving back to your community. You're honing in on that energy of, what is it called? What's that love language? Quality time. That could be big for you. Let's see. Or you could have just like adapted to love languages. Maybe you didn't know about them. Let's give you some advice. Yeah, give yourself that grace is what I'm getting. I keep forgetting that. Like, give yourself that grace that you know, you had the information that you had with, and you worked with what you had. You worked with what you got. And now that you know that the opportunity could have been different, you know, what are you going to do about it if it does come? You know, now you're going to know how to be prepared, better prepared. Be bold and make the first move. Yeah, go for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, think outside the box. Think outside of, you know, if you want to do something more creative with your hair, with your style, you know, with your communication, you know, do it. Okay, so the energy is gaining momentum. Yeah, you're gonna pick up where you left off. This is why we had that card of continuance, because it's kind of like an ongoing reflection of yourself that you may have had, and prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. This is going to be very pivotal for you is what I'm getting. So give yourself, like I said, just follow your discernment at the end of the day. I can only, give you the energy that may be predicted. But if you do feel in your heart of hearts that, something that is clarified for you, take it. So yeah. Yeah, basically. I'm so proud of you. Okay, you are enough, babe. I feel like I want to just like give you a big hug. I'm giving you a hug. I don't know why, but I just like I'm getting so emotional. It's been tough. Maybe you're, a single mom. I know what that is like. I'm not a parent. But even though I had my dad in my life, like my siblings and we still really like looked a lot towards my mom, like we depended on my mom a lot. So she was a single mom. So yeah, if you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, babe. And I like I said, leave a little unicorn down below. Okay. Thank you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.